There's a lot of Bible prophecy that's yet unfulfilled. Starting in chapter 4 of the Revelation, everything from then to the end of the book is future. Hasn't happened yet. We're called futurists as a result because we believe that all these yet to be fulfilled prophecies will be fulfilled in a physical, literal, global, apocalyptic context. It makes sense that the world would be moving in the direction that the prophecies predict. Here's a list of a few signs or trends that we follow. The first four are happening right now as we continue to watch the war in Israel and just keep our eyes on Israel as a nation. The Lord prophesied the reemergence of Israel as a nation, which is an amazing, miraculous thing after thousands of years of being dispersed all over the earth, that there was an identifiable people group, Israel, the Jews, the Hebrew people, who could move back into Palestine, that area. There's international conflict over Israel prophesied in the Bible. The alignment of hostile nations against Israel was prophesied in the Bible. And the efforts of Israel to rebuild their temple was predicted by Daniel and Jesus. And actually, they're ready right now to construct their temple. They have all the implements. They even have the priests, and the priests are trained. And you say, well, it would take a long time to build a temple. The temple was only a tent in the wilderness that was like, not as big as your house. And so they could construct a tent easily while they're building something more permanent. So they're ready. Of course, then there's a growing apostasy in the church. That's a sign of the end times. Also, the instantaneous global communication, the move towards global government, the move towards a global cashless society. These are all things that are happening. They're kind of like on steroids now almost, and they're all coming together. But there's one we didn't used to talk about as much because it just didn't seem exciting or it was hard to quantify. But now we see it in a different light, and that is the exponential growth of human knowledge. Daniel talked about that in the last chapter of his book in verse 4. So what are we talking about? Are we experiencing this exponential leap in human knowledge? Well, let me give you the answer in one word: artificial intelligence. You understood that's 2 words, right? Whew. The big news this week, I mean, as if, you think, oh, who cares about this? But it was huge news that Sam Altman was fired. Did you see that news story? Sam Altman was fired from OpenAI and then rehired because of some corporate haggling going on. Now, Altman is a pioneer in the field of AI. He's 38 years old. He's a genius. As an aside, I found out something I didn't know about Altman. Rather, he said in 2016 that he was a prepper. I have guns, gold, potassium iodide, antibiotics, batteries, water, gas masks from the Israeli Defense Force, and a big patch of land in Big Sur I can fly to. Now, I'm sure the only thing I'm really certain of there is that he doesn't have land in Big Sur, because what prepper would tell you where he's going, where you could get all of his stuff? So it's a diversion. So do not go to Big Sur. There was the internet drives me crazy. There was a companion article with this about the best bug out vehicle to own. I'm just going to stay home. The apocalypse hit, I'm home. But anyway, so he got fired. And according to reports from within the company now, it says that they were working on an advanced system of AI so powerful that it caused safety concerns in the company. They were afraid to go any farther. It triggered such an alarm that they wrote to the board of directors before Altman's dismissal, warning it could threaten humanity as a whole. The new model, called Q-Star, was able to solve basic math problems it had not seen before. Now, I thought, what's the big deal? But apparently, in the world of AI, solving basic math problems is a huge leap forward in the knowledge base. It's something that once artificial intelligence can do that, they can do almost anything. And I didn't know that, and now they can. And the other problem is, in theory, now that they can do that, they can evade all human control, should they want to. I don't even know who they are, but artificial intelligence, these entities. In fact, one of the theories is that they did develop AGI and the whole thing is getting out of hand. So we're getting pretty close to Skynet, right? Those of you who are Terminator fans, where the machines just say, you're gone. And how much sci-fi have you watched over the years that's the theme? It's a great theme, and it could literally happen. Now, we have the grid of the Bible to put on this. So we know that while all these things are trending and fulfilling prophecy and things like that, we have an understanding of exactly what's going to happen in the end time. It isn't like, well, God has this version, maybe that'll happen, or this will happen, or that. No, what God said is going to happen will happen, because all of his prophecies are always 100% accurate. If they are not, he's not God. And so we know what's going to happen. And so Daniel, in the 6th century BC, predicted this exponential growth in human knowledge, and we're seeing it today. So what is going to happen? Well, Jesus said he's going to keep us from the hour of trial, which is coming upon the whole world to test those who dwell on the earth. He's talking about the future great tribulation, a time like there's never been and never will be afterwards. If anybody ever tells you that we are in the tribulation or that it happened in the 1st century, it didn't, because it's a time like will never occur and never has occurred. It's awful. And when you read Revelation 4 through 18, you'll see that it's never happened. Now, Jesus said he's going to keep us entirely out of those years. How? He's going to come and raise the deceased believers of the church age, and then we who are alive and remain are going to be raptured. We'll be given our glorified bodies and caught up together with them. When's that going to happen? It's imminent. Could happen at any time, meaning nothing needs to happen before it happens. Doesn't mean it's going to happen today or tomorrow, but it means it could happen right now. Imminence is an exciting thing because it keeps our sense of urgency. We think, hey, not in a bad way, like, oh, the Lord's going to catch me, doing this right now, so I want to hide more. It's like, hey, the Lord could come at any time, so I want to be doing what the Lord wants me to be doing and living that kind of life. So are you ready for the rapture? If not, you need to get ready and stay ready. Keep looking up, because ready or not, Jesus is coming.